So, Alasdair,
Oh, yes,
to end
James.
this little Hallowstream episode or Halloween post-Halloween podcast, as this will be edited to become,
Yes.
I've just got a little scary story for us.
Go for it.
It's from the final chapter in the original Ghosts of the Isle of Wight by Gade Waldwin, called Ghost Children of Brading. Brading's on the Isle of Wight. It contains the Isle of Wight Waxworks. And just across the road, there was some old cottages. And there lived a little family. And there was a little boy called Martin who was 4. He came to visit this house in the early 90s. And he came downstairs one day and asked his older sister, Anne, why won't that little boy play with me?
I love it when children innocently ask questions that are creepy.
Martin pointed to the stairs and said there was a little boy sitting there. And she thought, he's making it up. It's some sort of imaginary friend or something. Martin insisted the boy was real. And over the next few weeks, he came up with some details. He said the little boy stands there and watches, but he won't play with me. And he said the boy's name was Sully, and he looked ever so white. And he spoke without moving his mouth. And sometimes he was accompanied by a little girl called Rosa. And she never joined in the game.
Sully and Rosa, those are the names of gangsters. There's a gangster in a gangster's mall. How does somebody in the Isle of Wight get the name Sully and Rosa?
Well, apparently Sully used to live in that house a long time ago.
Oh.
When, as he put it, the house had hair on the roof.
That's sweet.
And one day, the 4-year-old Martin announced, Sully told me how he died. He was in a fire. The window was in the roof and he tried to shout out for help, but people in the street didn't hear him. And as the older sister says, after that, I was convinced Martin wasn't making it up, and I was really quite glad to leave the house a few months later. And Martin and Sully become good friends. You know what? They stayed in touch.
What?
One night, Martin was at his grandmother's house. He was in bed, and she heard him whispering, Sully, go home. Go home. You don't live here. Go home. And it's made the old woman's flesh creep. So, were they just 2 imaginary playmates? Or were they 2 little spirits that belonged to another time when those cottages had thatched roofs?
Ropes of Sound suggests Sully's catchphrase was, hey, I'm walking here. I'm the ghost of the kid.
Here. I'm haunting here. So, yeah, that was a little...
It's very spooky. Very spooky. Undermined only slightly by me picturing an Italian-American in a vest.
Yeah.
For the sake of Americans, that would be... What do Americans call vests? They don't call them vests, because they're imagining him dressed like a magician now. What's American for vest?
Undershirt?
Simmet? Undershirt? Don't know what they're called.
Short johns?
Miniature Jonathans, yeah.
Singlet?
I don't know. That's ballet dancers, not gangsters. What do gangsters wear? Well,
undershirt.
Write in and tell us. Undershirt.